Okay, so here we are at creating stylized wood, and let's get right into it. So first I'm just going to go down to initialize, and I'm going to go to cube. Okay, that's just going to give us a cube that we can work with. I'm going to press W to get out the gizmo, and I'm just going to scale that, right, and shape that into place. Nothing too crazy there. Next I'm going to go to Dynamesh, and Dynamesh is under Geometry, Dynamesh. I'm going to click on Dynamesh, and I want the resolution just to be up somewhere to get an active point of around 700,000, and that's good enough. So next I'm going to go down to Deformation, and let's go down to Polish. So I just want to polish this a few times just because those edges were a little too sharp for me, and that's enough. So I'm just going to press B next and go to Orb Crack. Now if you don't have Orb Crack, you can download it and then go to Load Brush, and this is where it should be. You can either download it and store it into this folder, or you can just open it like that. So B for brush and then Load Brush. And next we're going to go to Stroke, Lazy Mouse, and then Lazy Radius. Okay, that'll give you a little bit of a trail here. So again, Stroke, Lazy Mouse, Lazy Radius. And we can just move that over here just to create the shape that you would have on wood. So, and that is pretty much it, right? This is how you create wood, with the Orb Crack and a little bit of the Lazy Mouse. Okay, I'm just going to go here horizontally, and you can see me joining up the pieces of the strokes here, right? And over here I'm just going circular with that. And I'll just go into the other side here, right? Just joining that, and then coming back here through this side, and again joining it through the circular side. And I'm not going to do the underside because you get the point by now. So I'm just going to go back to Dynamesh and switch it off. Then I'm going to go to Morph Target, and I'm going to store the Morph Target. Okay, and next what I'm going to do is just get a smaller brush size and then just put in some cracks, right? Just some sort of wear and tear here, right? Just throughout the model, and not going too crazy because this is a stylized version. And I'm going to make a little bit of a bigger brush size, and I'm just going to add some cracks to this piece of wood here. So just a little bit of wear and tear, some cracks here and there. And right now it's pretty plain, but we're going to use our Orb Brush or Morph Brush to get rid of that. So B, M, and G, so to get out our Morph Brush. And then we're just going to click and drag it just to morph out those pieces, just to make it look like it's just a little bit more wear and tear, and just to give it a little bit more shape. We'll do a few of the cracks here as well. Okay, so next I'm just going to bring out the Move Brush, right, just so we can move things, just to make it look like it's kind of been warped with water or something like that. You don't necessarily have to do this. Okay, and then next I'm going to right click, go to our Madcap Gray, and go to Skin Shade 4, right? And that way we can paint this. I'm going to go to BPA for our paintbrush, right? And then I'm going to hold down spacebar and get ourselves a brown color here. And I'm going to fill object. And I'll show you where fill object is in a second. So let's get a darker color while we're at it. And I'm going to go down to masking. And then I want to mask by cavity. Okay, so mask by cavity, click on that button. I'm going to control click outside of the model to invert that. I'm going to go to mRGB and then RGB intensity of about 10 or 15. Okay, then I'm going to fill object a few times. Again, color, full object, that's where that full object is. Okay, I'm going to control drag outside to clear the mask. Okay, I'm just going to kind of color a few of these areas here just to make it a little bit darker. But next I'm going to go to mask by smoothness. Okay, and then invert that. And then make it a lighter color, and now we'll fill object a few times, just to give it a little bit of variation there. Okay, so just like that. And in fact, I would mask by smoothness first, and then I would mask by cavity second, right? Because this kind of undoes what we did with the mask by cavity, but that's okay. And next we're going to go to BCC, right, for clip curve, right, that one there. That will replace our select lasso right here. That's Control Shift click and drag. So Control Shift click and drag, and I'm going to double tap Alt to get an angle. Okay, so just like that. And if you press Alt, you'll get a curve. Okay, and over here, you know, what you want to do is make sure the shadow is facing the area on the clip. You can hold down spacebar to move the angle there. Okay, just like that. And that is pretty much it. Actually, that's all I did just to create these pieces of wood here. And obviously you want to put a little bit more care into this, and at the end this is what you'll get, right? If you just put a little bit more care into it and just a little bit more wear and tear here and there, and a little bit more care with the coloring, that is it. And actually this is a tutorial that I'm going to do next, and I'll be releasing it shortly along with a free version as well, so you guys can look out for that. So that is pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one.